my name is Lily Kirshner. I am a senior music education here at the Great Bethune-Cookman University. Today, I'm coming to you with a how-to video, how to play your Taffenel and Gaubert minor scales. So what I just demonstrated was A minor, and A minor comes from C major. So A minor is the relative minor of C major. Now we will go through the pattern on how to go through the scale. Okay, so while playing your minor scales, Taffenel and Gaubert style, you will play them melodic, harmonic, and natural. Okay, not necessarily in that order, but through the pattern you will hit all the minor scales. Starting on your tonic A and going from A past the tonic to B, the first half of the first measure is the melodic scale. So your 6th and 7th are raised. In A minor, the 6th and 7th would be S sharp and G sharp. And you can't have the raised 6th without the 7th. So the melodic is always going to be S sharp and G sharp in this scale. So this is the first half of the measure. So going down to complete the measure is the harmonic scale, and that is where the 7th is raised. So going down, it'll be G sharp and F natural. So when you put it together, you have the first measure. When you're breaking it down, trying to memorize it, or even just trying to learn it, remember this pattern. So going on to the second measure, you're going up the melodic, okay? So up and down is going to be melodic. So up is melodic, it has the raised 6 and 7 again, and then natural on the way down. When you go up, it's from C to D, and then when you go from D down, you have the natural minor scale. So the G sharp and the F sharp from before is now natural. So it's G natural and F natural. So this is the second measure. Okay, so I played the second half of that twice because now we introduced the natural minor scale. So when you put it together, it's melodic, harmonic, melodic, then natural. Okay, so let's put that together. Now going to the next measure, the third measure. It starts on E and it goes to F, F natural. So the third measure is a little bit special. So it's all raised except the highest note, which is the 6th scale degree. The 6th scale degree is lowered. In any Taffenel and Gaubert minor scale, the 6th scale degree in the third measure at the top is always going to be lowered. Okay, so it's going to be raised, all raised, and then lowered. And then when going back down, it's still going to be G sharp and F sharp, so it's still raised going back down. So an example. So it's G sharp, F sharp, and G sharp going up until you get to the 6th at the top. Then it's lowered, it's F natural, and then going back down, the last two notes are G sharp and F sharp, which are the 6th and 7th raised. You have 3 groups of patterns and 3 measures of the Taffenel and Gaubert minor scale for flute. Okay, so let's play them and connect them together. Now, the fourth measure is when you reach the tonic. So the tonic measure will always have the leading tone to the tonic, and that will always be, so it's going to be raised all the way until the tonic. And then after reaching the tonic, so in this case it's A because we're playing A minor, it's natural going down. So it'll be G sharp and F sharp all the way up for all the G sharps and F sharps, and then going down it is G natural and F natural. That's the tonic. So when you go down, now you have to think about it in a little bit different pattern. So when you go down, the first measure after that, there's only one raised note in that scale. In this case, it's G sharp. So after you go up, it's all raised, then you reach a tonic, you go down, then it's natural. The first note in the fifth measure is raised, and everything else, all the rest of the sixth and seventh in that measure are natural. So let me start at the tonic and then go into the next measure. So after that, two are raised. So the measure after the tonic, it's just one sharp. The next measure is going to be F sharp and G sharp. But after that, the next sixth and seventh that come at the end of that measure are natural. It's melodic in natural minor, but if you think about it, after you reach a tonic, it just adds one until the end. So it's one sharp, then two sharps, then three sharps. And the fifth measure, it'll be the first sharp, which is G sharp, will be raised. But the sixth and sevenths that come after that in that same measure will be natural. And then the seventh measure, the F sharp and G sharp, the first F sharp and G sharp are raised, and then at the end of the measure, the F and G are natural. And then in the last measure, it's the same pattern as the first measure. So it's melodic, then harmonic. So it's raised, it's three raised, two, and then one, and then the F is natural, going to the tonic. To recap, the first measure is melodic, harmonic. The second measure is melodic, natural. Then the third measure is the tricky measure where it's melodic both ways, but the sixth at the top is natural. And then going to the tonic is all raised going up, and then going away from the tonic, it's natural. And then the measure after you reach the tonic, it's only one sharp, and then the rest are natural in that measure. Then the following measure is two sharps, so it's melodic, then natural, because then it's natural in the ending of that measure. And then the last measure before the tonic is melodic and then harmonic. So it's a similar pattern from the beginning. And as long as you remember that pattern, you can play any minor scale, Taffenel and Gaubert style. So let me start from the tonic, the high A, and then let's finish the scale. Okay, so now let's put it all together. We broke down each individual measure and each pattern for each measure and different ways you can memorize them. So now let's play the whole scale together. Okay, so just remember that pattern, and as long as you remember that pattern, you can play any Taffenel and Gaubert minor scale. Thank you for watching.